Hey guys, questions for Coach?
Good. All right. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Yeah, what the hell? Come on, any questions, guys? Let's start with Lauren Rosen. Go ahead, Lauren.
Lauren ruined it.
Sorry, I don't know who to help here.
Lauren, this could have been a great evening.
I'm sorry, Coach. Hopefully this is a layup. How heartening is it for you to see Joel, Ben, and Tobias all perform well 2 nights in a row on what must be a pretty tiring back-to-back?
Yeah, it was a tough night. I tell you, it wasn't a beautiful game by us, but it was a win. It was one of those NBA games where you could see our legs. We got so many wide open shots down the stretch. Everything was front of the rim. We just needed to survive the game, and I thought our guys did that. So really happy with the win. It's a road win, which we need to keep chalking those up. First win in one of those back-to-back series, and it's so important to win that first game when you have those back-to-back games with the same team. So we've done that. So a lot of good things.
You told us at the beginning of the season that you were hoping to see Ben get to the line more. So what does it say to you to see him shoot 10 for 12 from there?
Yeah, I love it. That's my goal early on. I wanted him 10 a game, which is hard to do. You know, tonight he had 12 and was not worried about going to the line down the stretch of the game. So those are a lot of good signs for us.
Thanks, Coach.
Go ahead, Max.
Hey Doc, so I know you've been consistent that you haven't been worried about Ben scoring and all that, but when you see him have a fourth quarter like last night and then come out today, and obviously that's probably the best first half or half period he's had all season. Do you feel like that's like now the ball is rolling in the right direction with him?
Yeah, but I was not that concerned by it. Like his floor game has been so good. And also, that's what we need from him. Like when he plays the floor game, all the other stuff will happen. But if he just scored and didn't do the floor game, I don't know if that would be good for us either. So we just need him to do both, stay aggressive, pick his spots, you know, and I think he's doing that. You know, he's just getting more and more comfortable.
And defensively with him, it seems like you've waited in a lot of instances until the second half to maybe put him on.
Yeah.
Number one option. Is that just like a fatigue thing?
Yeah, like he's been awesome. We probably, honestly, I told y'all last night, we waited a little late in the water last night on Brown. But, you know, he got the big steal when we finally did it. We probably waited about 8 minutes too long on that. But tonight again, you know, and, you know, it's funny going in some of these games, we don't know who is going to get going on the other team. The fact that you have Ben on your team that you can decide, okay, now you go get him is a hell of a luxury.
Well, Mark Narducci and then Paul Hundred. Mark, go ahead.
Doc, before the game, you said that you weren't sure which of your Ben, Joel, and Tobias were going to play. When did you know they were going to play? And how about the fact that you got 70 points out of those 3 guys?
Yeah, it's funny. Tobias and Ben said there was no issues, so they told me early on. Joel was pretty much, he kept saying he was going to play, but he kept stretching and doing all the other stuff. So we didn't know until literally right before our meeting with Joel.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go to Paul next and then Kai. Paul, go ahead.
Hey Doc, again, just what we talked about last night. Again, it seemed like that at the end of the third quarter, you got another strong kind of outing from your bench, closing out that quarter. And the bench kind of overall seemed like scoring was a little bit tough tonight, but
Yeah.
they really seemed to close out that third quarter really well.
Yeah, it really hurt us in the first half. Ben gets in foul trouble. You know, Tobias' minutes was extended last night, so we had to take him out. I think we had Ferg at the 4. You know, when you look at our roster right now, that's one of our tougher areas, having Mike out. Even with Mike, we need another big, obviously. And that hurt us tonight a little bit. But third quarter, they were fantastic again. And, you know, Tyrese, his minutes have been cut quite a bit, but the last 2 games, I think he's come in and made a heck of a difference with his ball pressure and his pace.
Thanks, Doc.
We'll do 3 more. Kai, Keith, and Austin. Go ahead, Kai.
Hey, Coach. Seth had 14 points, but like he didn't really knock down the 3-point shot pretty well. What does that say about his offensive game, and what does that add to your offense as you continue to move out with this season?
Yeah, it's what we said during camp, and I always already knew. I saw him in the playoffs. Seth is so much more than a 3-point shooter. I mean, he's really terrific in pick and rolls and coming off of picks, making plays. And so we know that the fact that he has that cannon makes him even a better pick and roll player because they're so up and alert with him coming off. It opens up other things.
Thank you.
Next up is Keith, and then the last one goes to Austin. Keith, go ahead.
Doc, I noticed that Mike Scott is on this road trip. Is there an expectation that he's going to play next game?
It's close. Whenever we bring a guy, that means it's game to game. So I don't know the answer, but obviously we brought him on the road trip. We're hoping.
Yeah, it seems like early on that their physicality was getting the best of y'all. And it seemed like y'all adjusted. Were you kind of happy to see how you guys kind of battled through that?
Yeah, they were just playing harder early on, honestly. And so, I've always thought the energy gets the calls. And you could see that. And then when we upped our energy, things went our way. So that's just the way it works.
Thank you.
Last one to Austin.
Hey Doc, Pistons team has, can you hear me?
Now I can.
You're back.
Okay, cool. So this Pistons team's 3-12. They come into this game, and you guys have had some troubles on the road this year. Is that just like an energy thing, or is that just more like this team is better than that Pistons team is better than what their record says?
I don't understand the question, honestly. I'm serious.
So so is that Pistons team just better than what the record says, or was it just like the team came out, had a little bit of like a slow first half?
Oh, it's we won the game. Listen, these are NBA teams, and both teams played last night. Just because a team's record is bad doesn't mean you're going to win by 30. You win by 1, you take the win. Look at some of the Pistons' losses. A lot of them are close, games, and so that's why it's so dangerous to look at records. But we do have to play better on the road. That's one of our goals, and we need to start doing it.
Thanks,
All right. Thanks, guys.